Aloha from San Juan, Puerto Rico, where I am on a fam trip with Discover Puerto Rico. Today, I will be talking about what a fam trip is, what you do on one, how you get invited on one, and I will be taking you along with me on my fam trip with Discover Puerto Rico. The focus of our fam trip this week is rum and chocolate, and spoiler alert, the first day already happened and it has been a ton of fun. You are not going to want to miss this, so get ready and we will talk about what a fam trip is before I take you along with me on mine. So first, a fam trip or a familiarization trip is very similar to a press trip. So tourism boards, DMOs, sometimes brands, they will take creators, influencers, journalists, bloggers on these trips to explore a destination, a city, a state, whatever the DMO or tourism board is focusing on. They will take a group of creators on a trip and show them around. So the fam trip that I am on right now is part of TBEX, a travel blogging conference. It was held here in San Juan for the last few days, and now there are a few post fam trips that people have applied to be on, and you have to get accepted to be on them, but they are happening now. There's a few different themes for them. Mine is rum and chocolate. There's also a natural wonders of Puerto Rico one. There's a few other themes. One group is exploring the islands off of the mainland. So the fam trip and what you're doing, what kind of activities, where you're staying, it really depends on what that tourism board or destination is trying to highlight to their audience or bring people to come do and see. So oftentimes you are invited or you apply through something like a travel conference, like in this case, and the destination will choose the people or brands who they think align with best of what they're trying to highlight. So in this case, we have 5 people. We are a very diverse group. We have bloggers, writers, social media influencers. We have a podcaster, we have family travel, we have solo travel, so many different things. So they really try to bring in a diverse group who's going to reach a ton of different audiences. So they try to invite people who are going to bring them the most return and really align with whatever activities or vision they have for the trip. And that's kind of how they decide. So if you've applied to some or you haven't been invited to any yet, don't get discouraged. Sometimes they just are looking for such specific brands or audiences or platforms. Sometimes they only want to focus on journalism or social media or TikTokers, whatever. So they usually have something very specific in mind that they're looking for. And if you don't fit that, they're probably not going to accept you, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. You should continue to apply to them because the next one you might be the perfect fit for. So once you apply and you're accepted, congratulations, you're going on a fam trip. How exciting. So these trips are not paid, but everything is included. So your meals oftentimes will include drinks, especially in this case, I'm on a rum and chocolate tour, so a lot of rum drinks have been included. They also include your hotel, so for as many nights as you're on the trip, they will put you in a nice hotel with everyone else, so it's easy logistically. They want everyone in the same place, and oftentimes they are trying to highlight the hotel too, so they do want you to create and show off content from the hotel. So even though the trip is not paid, you're getting a lot out of it, a lot of free meals, and you're really getting to experience the destination in a way that you might not otherwise. So in exchange for this trip, they're expecting you to create content. Oftentimes when you apply for these trips, they ask you how you often create content, what's your primary platform? Is it Instagram, TikTok, blogging, writing, etc. And they want you to show off the trip through that type of media. So there's no specific deliverables. It's not a sponsored trip where they're expecting you to create a YouTube video or 10 Instagram reels or whatever. That's a lot, but there's no set number of deliverables. They just expect you to show it off in the way that you're usually showing off your content. So me, for example, I am posting stories throughout the whole trip. I'm going to make some reels, probably some Instagram photo posts after, and I am also making this YouTube video, which is new to me. I didn't apply with YouTube. I only applied through social media and my blog, so that's what they're expecting from me. This YouTube video is just a little bonus, so it's always appreciated if you can give them extra content, more than they're expecting, and show off the destinations in new ways. That's always a good tip for fam trips. Believe it or not, some people don't know how to act on these. That is something that I learned at TBEX during the conference. The Outdoorsy Diva gave a great talk on how you should act on a fam trip and gave some examples of what not to do. A lot of it seems like common sense, but believe it or not, it isn't. But first, I'm actually going to take you along with me on my fam trip so you can see exactly what it's like, exactly what's included, what the vibes are like, and what kind of activities we get to do. So this is a 4-day trip. We are based here in Old San Juan, and we are focusing on rum and chocolate. So that means lots of distilleries, lots of chocolate classes. Our meals are focused oftentimes on like the rum cocktails. Tomorrow morning we are going to a chocolate bar for brunch, and you will notice that in a lot of these videos there's 5 of us, and you'll always see somebody filming or taking notes or taking pictures of stuff, and it's kind of just what makes these trips special. If you're a creator, you know that it's sometimes hard to find people to help you create content or like who understand like what you do. One of the best parts of these trips is that you're surrounded by people who get it, who know like what it's like to take content, like, hey, let's not eat this until everyone gets a picture, you know, stuff like that. So it's really cool. So I think in a lot of these videos you'll notice that you can always see somebody in the background taking pictures or whatever. So one of the other big perks that you get as part of these fam trips is you get a ton of free swag from like the destinations and stuff. The one downside to it is if you pack light, it is very hard to fit it all in your suitcase, but they give you a lot of great information like this guidebook to getting to know Puerto Rico. We got some cute Bacardis. We got some cafe. I will certainly use this. It's like just a really cool like way that they help show off the destination through fun stuff like this, and it's great to have bags. Bags are always helpful. So we are staying at the Palacio Provincial. It is a super cute hotel here in Old San Juan, and again, they always are trying to make this special for us. They gifted us some welcome chocolate. It is so cute. Just another way that these destinations and hotels and stuff try to make this experience special, which I really appreciate. Like honestly, like this has been like one of the most fun days I've had traveling, and I think it's all thanks to Discover Puerto Rico and their partners and the people that we've met today. And these fam trips are just like really special, and I highly recommend going on one if you can, especially if you find one you can apply to that like really fits with your audience or your brand. They're a ton of fun, and it just like really makes me happy that I can be here, and I'm so thankful for this experience.